So this is what I think. Because people ask, how do you get a mentor? Look, so here, real quick. Rule number one, never ask anyone to mentor you, ever. The person that you want to mentor you doesn't have time to mentor you, okay? And it goes back to something Craig said earlier. Secondly, when you ask someone to mentor you, you're giving them something to do. And the people you want to mentor you, they don't need something else to do. Because mentor me sounds like prepare something, read something, we're gonna get together once a week for the rest of our lives. Anybody that has time to do that with you is probably not the right person to mentor you. They're not busy enough. So what you do is you trick them, okay? You find the person you think, oh my gosh, I would love that person to mentor me. And if you meet them and you say, look, I know this is an odd request. If I would meet you for coffee or for lunch or for dinner or you name it, any time, any day of the week, and I have 3 questions I would love for you to answer for me about whatever it is, about business, about franchising, about church, about what you do, about communication, whatever, about parenting, about being a mom of teenagers, whatever your deal is. Would you meet with me for coffee so I can just ask you the 3 questions? And if you want, I'll send you the questions ahead of time. Okay, so now what you said is, I think you're an expert, I know you're busy, and I'm willing to accommodate to your schedule, and you don't have to prepare anything. Most people will say yes to that once. Now, once you're there with them, the experience they have with you will determine whether or not they do that with you again. But if you play your cards right, a year and a half later, they've met with you 5 or 6 times, and they don't know it, but they're mentoring you. Okay, so you tricked them. So that's the best way to get a mentor, is never let them know they're mentoring you, okay? And never ask them, will you mentor me? It's like,
right.
Do people ever ask, will you mentor me, Pastor Craig?
No, I don't have time.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right. Can I ask you a question? Sure you can.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I'll just say, hey, write them and send them to my office. I'll respond in writing.
Yeah.
That way I'm in control of the time
Yeah.
of it and such. Also, I always say, don't look for a mentor, look for a bunch of mentors.
Yeah.
Meaning, like I have people who help me better manage my finances. I have one person that I go to with fathering questions. He's the best dad I know. I've got teenagers. I've got, help. My oldest daughter's getting married. Help me deal with this. I've got people who mentor me in leadership. And so look for targeted people to learn from. Don't look for one size fits all mentor. That person doesn't exist.
And they don't last forever.
They don't last forever. Seasons. Look, you should have 2 to 3 to 4 or 5 people at all times you're learning from and developing those relationships.
Yep.
So,
and there's so much online stuff now. Hopefully you listen to our leadership podcast. We do a monthly leadership podcast. It's free. It's just everything we know. We interview people. So there's so much stuff. So.
I call it a distant mentor. You may never get those 3 questions with Andy, but you can listen to his leadership podcast every single month. I do, and he mentors you from a distance, and you can do that with tons of people.